over still 33 years, all of us, more than 20 years. He is responsible for Delhi Metro energy production, and he is going to talk about rooftop solar case study, Metro, adapting PV readiness. This is something very important, how ready rooftops should be for PV systems. And also, we expect that he will talk about becoming the world's first and the only 100 green metro rail system. This is it. Next speaker, Vikash Makkar. Vikash Makkar. Welcome. Welcome, sir. So, this is the other company which is known all over the world. Infosys. Who didn't hear about Infosys? I think that can leave the room, really, because everybody knew Infosys. But probably it's not so well known that Infosys is really greening. Mr. Vikash is responsible for greening Infosys, one of the landmark of India. He's a regional manager of Infosys. He has 17 years of experience in smart and sustainable buildings. So, as you see, there is strong connections between buildings and rooftops. The connection is the roof, probably. And he's going to talk to us about solarizing Infosys, vendor selection, performance and deployment of PV technologies, and cost, quantity, and return analysis. And usually, moderators say last but not least. So now I would like to prove why he is not least. So I will tell you first who is he. So he is a principal research scientist in Gujarat Energy Research and Management Institute. He is heading solar energy-related and allied activities. He worked on programs funded by U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. He worked for Department of Energy, U.S., National Renewable Energy Laboratory, leading institution, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, and Solar America Initiative. So how can be the least? Mr. Dr. Omkar Jani, please join us. He is going to talk to us about site readiness for solar PV, do's and don'ts in adapting RTS, and best practices and examples. So there are our guests. As you see, this is dream team, and the knowledge is just immense. So I feel a bit scared about it. So a few organization issues. So we are going to give short presentation. Each of you has about 7 minutes. And I will try to intervene somehow if you exceed the time. After each 7 minutes, I believe that there will be room for questions. A few questions, and I will try to manage these questions as well. And later, after this after the seven presentations, I will ask all of you about one thing. What was the worst, let's say, what is the worst experience over last year in implementation of PV rooftops? So we will start from some negative examples, from what bothers you, just to heat atmosphere. And later, there will be session of questions and answers, and we will finish with positive examples, just to leave the room with some spirit that we really can change the environment. So this is it, and Atul asked me not to forget about fishbowl. So please leave your cards in fishbowl. So we will send to all of you presentations, and it's very probable that we will also make some internal lottery and we will distribute some gifts. So don't be surprised if you get some gifts. So, Hiren, the floor is yours. You have 7 minutes. You don't have to use 7 minutes. If you want to make it shorter, it would be shorter. But I think that it's very, very important to tell the audience about the role, about the program itself. Please come. And
I don't have any. I will speak.
oh yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Thanks, Marek. Atul, Minal, and Smita, thanks for this great workshop. You are working with us for the last 1 year, and we have found that inputs from you are very valuable to us, and we appreciate your efforts that you have made in last 1 year. I will directly come to the main points of this policies related issue. You all know that we have a target of 40 gigawatt, and till now it was 778 megawatt data which was online entered in our database. And out of that 777 megawatt, 580 megawatt is from non-subsidized sector. Non-subsidized sector means where we are not giving any incentives or we are not giving any subsidy. These are being done through the private developers, through their own efforts, and basically these are the main players. In addition, we have few brand ambassadors with us, like DMRC. With DMRC, we have started the program in public sector units. And this program was actually started with a concept of solar city through Chandigarh. And after that, DMRC came. They took a very huge effort in putting their roofs with rooftop solar panels. So you have good ambassador today. Thanks to DMRC. And we have developers. We have M+ and Bosch. And of course, one Infosys is there. In addition, we have you. You are the main players, sir. I will directly come to the point that while implementing the scheme, we have a subsidy component and we have a non-subsidy component. Subsidy is given for only 3 sectors. That means residential, institutional, and social. And for government sector, we had a separate scheme. We call it Achievement Linked Incentive Scheme. And the portion is a little bit 5% less. That means 25%, 15%, and 10%. So there are three slabs in government schemes. And there is no subsidy for commercial and industrial sector. We have a money of only 5,000 crore, through which we can achieve only 4.2 gigawatt. And we have sanctioned all the capacity. We have sanctioned 2,100 megawatt to all the implementing agencies. We have state nodal agency, we have government PSU, we have SECI, we have allocated different PSUs to different ministries. So we have sanctioned them almost, and our sanction capacity is finished, almost finished. So very soon in November, most of our sanction timeline is going to be expired, and we will review it, and we will see how much we have achieved, and is there any additional capacity that which we can sanction. So this is one of the things that I want to inform you. Now I come to the subsidy disbursement process. Subsidy is being dealt through the state nodal agencies, SECIs, PSUs. So any channel partner who are here, I request you kindly do subsidy projects if you get any approval letter or sanction letter from the state agencies or SECI only. Because after installation, if you don't have any approval letter from states or agencies, ministry is not going to give any subsidy directly. So this issue we are facing, that's why I thought that I should inform you. Yeah. In addition, for commercial and industrial sector, we have started one process of giving concessional loan. This loan process we have started in 2015, and now these loans are active. There are two loans basically. One is from World Bank, which is being disbursed through the State Bank of India. And one is from ADB, Asian Development Bank, which is being disbursed through PNB. So these two loans, what is the specialty of these two loans? Basically, the government of India has reduced the guarantee fee for these two cases. Actually, guarantee fee is 1.2%, but they have reduced it to 0.5%. So because of that, the interest rate has come down. The interest rate is MCLR plus 20 to 50 basis point. So you have a concessional loan for all the commercial and industrial sector. And this loan is active, and SBI has already disbursed few amounts. Now I come to the what is the problems that we are being facing while implementing the scheme. One of the major problems that we are facing is the connectivity. We have all the state regulation in 36 states and UTs, but there is a lack of uniformity. Of course, Forum of Regulator has made some model regulations which the states has adopted, but that was of 2014. And right now, while implementing the scheme, we have found that there is a need of changing these regulations. One of the cases, like if you have a say limit of 1 megawatt connected load, sorry, you are having a maximum limit of 1 megawatt, which you can install in defined roofs, and you can get your solar power plant can be connected through the grid. If you are having more than that, it can be. This issue we are facing, and we have raised this issue in many forums, especially for railways and airports. They are having huge roofs, they are having huge lands also, so they want to go for solar, and of course they have already floated a few tenders, but they are facing these problems. And in similar cases, there has been faced in UP also, in cantonment area, in Kanpur. But their regulator has made a positive view. They have allowed a connectivity up to 5 megawatt for these cases. So few states is addressing these problems, and other states also need to address these problems. So we expect a huge support from the states in terms of regulations. Another thing is the DT capacity. How much you can connect it, how much you can connect your system through distribution transformer. There's a limit of 15%, 25%, or something like that. But recently, we have got information that GIZ has conducted one study. They have found that in 2 states, they have started